Yo, what's going on, guys? Bitch ass flakes here, man. We finally got some NBA 2K18 My League news release, guys. I've not gone through any of this. I skimmed the beginning of the article, and it was just kind of them talking about the history of My League and My GM throughout NBA 2K and all the prior games. So this right here, man, we're going to go over the new features of the game. I have not read below this list. I just saw that it existed. So the first thing I'm seeing right here, man, is My GM The Next Chapter. And what it looks like here is the new My GM mode is going to be like a My Career mode, except you're a GM. So that can be absolutely crazy, man. What I'm hoping is, My League still exists so I can do rebuilds. But please believe, man, like, if this exists, like My GM The Next Chapter, and it's like a storyline, I've never done much My Career. But damn, do I'll play the hell out of this. Like, man, that would be so much fun just for, like, a year-round series. Just, like, really building up an NBA team. Looks absolutely crazy, guys. So it says, My Career focused on your life as an NBA player. This views the NBA world from the complete opposite perspective. Okay, that sounds crazy, man. Dude, that's gonna be fun, man. But only one time. Like, I can't see myself doing this for, like, 30 teams, So, this, like, My Career, it's like, yes, it's fun when you play the story mode through one time. Then I can see it getting old after a bit. But so far, man, I'm liking this. This is good shit, man. This is good shit, 2K. Ooh, I'm pumped now. Who the hell is this? Bob Sanderson? Just hope you can pull it off. Okay, so, yeah, man, I mean, it looks like it's going to be My GM just with some of the decisions you make. It's going to be kind of have the cutscenes of My Career. So, interesting, man. I like it. Okay, we got the 2017 NBA Collective Bargaining Agreement. With the ratification of the new NBA, blah, 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 there were large numbers of considerations for us to ponder. Supporting the new changes was never a question, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, super max bitch-ass contracts. Let's go, man. I love it already, because this right here is huge, man, because you know how many times I'm doing a rebuild, and it's like, yo, here's a top-notch superstar player. I want to give him a big-ass contract, but 2K lets me offer him like a 3-year, $20 million contract, and I can never sign the dude. This is a big step. I love this. For realism and just, like, rebuilding purposes, and just putting, like, the ultimate team that you really want to put together for a team. Man, but man, them super bitch-ass contracts are going to kill me, man. They're going to kill me, man. I'm just saying. Exception amounts. The mid-level exception will increase in value by 45% from the amount in the 2011 CBA. Okay, so that's good. I mean, just like, to help get, like, those veterans out there and everything and try to get, like, that last piece of the puzzle. Good move. Good move. Okay, what else we got here? Rookie scale contracts. The rookie scale will be increased by 45% with the existing rookie scale contracts being amended to reflect the 45% increase. Okay, minimum. So basically what this is saying, guys, is it's going through some of the things from the 2017 NBA Collective Bargaining Agreement. So they're updating some of that stuff. Minimum annual salary. The league minimum will be raised by 45%. Okay. Annual increases. Player with bird rights will now be eligible for 8% annual raises. Non-bird right players are eligible for 5% annual raises. Maximum salaries. Players will have maximum salaries calculated using the actual salary cap. That's cool, man. Because, like, that just helps realism. The over 38 rule, formerly the over 36 rule, NBA 2K's teams are now bound to the contract restrictions of signing a player that turns 38 during the contract. Stretch provisions. When a player is waived using the stretch provision, new to NBA 2K, the team will not be able to re-sign or reacquire the player until July 1st. I'm going to turn that shit off. Roster minimums. Teams are now required to carry 14 players up from 13 on the roster at all times. Okay, I did not know that, actually. Cause I knew it was always 13 players, but I didn't know there was a rule that makes it 14 players now. So, honestly, dude, that's big time, because that's one more bitch-ass contract I got to do with these goddamn rebuilds, 2K. God damn, Ronnie. It's okay, you're just following rules. Okay, there are more rule changes, blah, 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 trade deadline date. Okay, two-way contracts. Ooh, I like the two-way contracts. Because there's sometimes where it's like you want to try a player out. Two-way G League integration. I knew it, man. I knew it. I saw the two-way contracts, and I was like, yo, that means that they're going to play in the D League, or the G League. Guys, they are bringing the G League back to NBA 2K18. This is cool, man. For rebuilding purposes, I can't see myself using it much, because it's just like, in a rebuild, I tend to keep those under 30 minutes long, so to, like, sit there and go through the G League and all that stuff, but what this will be fun for is streaming, because streaming, those can be as long as possible, so we can definitely integrate the G League system in the streams. Also, the My GM mode, like, and especially the guys out there, like, like a Funky Diabetic, or TGTV, guys like that actually do, like, long My GM series, this is perfect for them, so good for them, man. Two-way contracts, they already know about that. Free agent moratorium. Any NBA fan knows the nearly week-long NBA moratorium period is one of the most exciting times of the year. Rumors are flying on where free agents are going to land. Players are coming to verbal agreements with teams that intend to sign with once the more blah blah blah. NBA 2K18 introduces a 3-day free agent period prior to the start of free agency where players can't officially be signed during the moratorium. You can come to binding verbal agreements with players whose contract. Okay, so basically, man, like, you can talk to players before free agency and try to convince them to sign with you. Okay, international draft prospect stashing. The draft and stash is a strategy employed by a number of teams. This will create additional intrigue in the draft as there now has to be value considerations. Okay, so basically, man, you can draft somebody and have them play probably in the G League or maybe overseas or something like that. Analytics tool. Okay, this can be interesting. This new feature can be summed up by the following explanation. The ultimate research/player scouting tool. As you can see from the picture, this tool allows you to plot any two data sets against each other to find outliers. For example, I can plot all the players in the league by their minutes per game versus the rebounds per game. The resulting data plot will quickly show me players who are pulling in big rebounds, low minutes. Okay, so it's an analytical thing, obviously. So, man, yeah, so you can kind of, like, it's a way to find, like, a diamond in the rough, so it's like, oh, this player, man, is kind of, being overlooked. But let me use this tool right here and try to get him on my team. Can't see myself using that a lot for rebuilds. That does look crazy. Okay, so pretty crazy. Trading draft rights. During the real NBA draft, it's very common for a team to draft a player only for the rights to that player to be traded to another team. Okay, so yeah, that's another good little trade tool, man. So, instead of having to trade like just a draft pick, you can trade like the rights to a player. You drafted a guy, it's like, okay, I no longer want him on my team. I want this part of this. Okay, very nice. Cap holds. Let me make sure this is still looking good for you guys. All right. Cap hold / reannounced rights. New to NBA 2K18 is the concept of cap holds and reannouncing rights to a player. In the NBA, a free agent continues to count as team salary towards your salary cap until they are signed. This placeholder salary against your salary cap is officially known as a cap hold, known in some circles as the Michael Redd rule. This concept closed the loophole, allowing a team to use all their available cap space before re-signing their own free agents. If you know that you're not allowed to blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I think that has something to do with like the bird rights and like the hard cap and everything like that. That's fine. Improved draft class generation. Now, I don't care about this at all, man, because y'all know I'm rolling with my man Embrace the Pace when it comes to this. We spent a fairly considerable chunk of time early in development this year rethinking how we generate prospects. I don't care about that shit, man. Wait, looking back on NBA 2K17, we just weren't satisfied with the breadth of players coming out of the generated draft class. With NBA 2K18 players are now have a more appropriate... Yeah, but we ain't gonna use that shit, man. Y'all know who Embrace the Pace is. That's what we all use at the end of the day. Alternative uniforms for creative / relocated teams. Okay, so you can have more than one jersey. That's cool. Not something I'll use, but still cool. Rebranding an existing arena. Ooh, shit, man. My Detroit Pistons gonna become the Detroit bitch asses. Let's go, baby. The Little Caesars Arena, because that's their new place. All-Stars. Ooh. All-Star Selection Experience. So by the look of this, because I'm not trying to read everything here, we have modified how we build arenas. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna read it. We've had a lot of different solutions previously to try to handle All-Star games. This year we've added a new system that I really enjoy. After every season, we will pick a new host city for the All-Star game. That's pretty cool, man, because it's like I don't really do a lot of the All-Star game in my rebuilds, but like I said, this is all great when it comes to, like, streaming and a MyGM series and all that good stuff, man. So you guys are the winners on this one, guys, especially all you ones that really like the MyGM out there. My League online improvements. All right, man, because y'all know I just said my Big Baller League, so what's this all about? Team customization / relocation. Okay, so, they're bringing some of the elements of single player to the online the online mode. Playoff game resets. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, it's, somebody's cheating or something, you can do that. Player accessory frequency. Have you ever noticed how it is a toss-up if Rajon Rondo will wear his headband on a given night, or if Carmelo or CP3 will... Ooh, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So basically, it's like, some games LeBron might wear his headband, some games it's not. You can actually, like, customize how often they're going to do that. That's interesting. I mean, that does bring realism to it. Improved searching for created team / rebounds. Okay, that's just a search mode. Bookmarking favorite creators. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, dude, this is perfect. Oh my god. What I also hope they add to this, wait, let me make sure this is... Yeah, man, what I also hope that they add to this is the ability to rate downloads of rosters people have made. You don't know how many times I've typed in like 2010 NBA roster and I go on there and it's just not that. And I'm like, but it has the most downloads though because like everybody fell for it, so people keep on downloading it only for it to be the wrong thing. Oh my god, I like this. I like this. You know my man Breaks Pixie, man. The boy can get bookmarked real quick, man. Speed down number 1. Yo, there's a lot of rules here, guys, or a lot of new shit here. Hardship exception. Injuries happen. There is no way around it. Well, you turn off injuries. Here we have implemented support for the NBA's hardship exception. This rule allows you to sign an additional player to your roster in the event that your team has 4 players who are injured. Okay. Yeah, we all know the bitch-ass injuries, man. Sorry, guys. I had a little interruption there. So we got Jumpshot Creator. All of the rosters, editors, and draft class creators out there are going to enjoy this one. When adding any player in the league, you will now have the ability to completely customize that player's jump shot. That's very nice, man, because, like, just, like, creating, I don't know, just really anything. Like, that's awesome. I love this. Okay, duplicate player pickers for fantasy drafts. Wait, duplicate player picker for fantasy draft. I'm a huge fan of the classic teams we provide inside the game. One of my favorite uses is to include them as playable teams inside my league in an attempt to create an all-classic league. One league that arises when doing this are the players that appear on more than one team leading to a duplication of the league. When doing a fantasy draft, you will encounter things like Ray Allen appearing twice, or Danny Ainge, or 5 different Michael Jordans. To alleviate this, in NBA 2K18, we have added the ability for you to choose if you want duplicate players in your league or not. So basically, yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's like, yeah, I want to do a fantasy draft, but I only want there to be one Michael Jordan. That's fine. Practice plays. All right. A long overdue feature in both My GM, the next league, and My League. You will now have the ability to practice plays with your user-controlled teams. Nice. Players created, added to My League. NBA 2K18 adds the ability for you to add new creative players to your already ongoing My League saves. Okay, in previous years, all players need to exist in the roster file prior to starting the game mode. What, guys, this is excellent for people that have like an ongoing My GM series, and it's like the trade deadline happens, it's like you want to put players on a certain team, or you want to add players, or somebody like comes from overseas. Good stuff. Quick edit improvements. The quick edit feature, which allows you to quickly perform edits to players without having to go into edit player mode. I do like this a lot. We add the ability for you to also edit player tendencies. We are taking this a step further by allowing you to easily edit all body part durabilities and, more importantly, all badges and their levels for every single player. So a quick way to do that. I like that. New team relocation cities. All right, let's see what's up here, man. We got Fort Worth, Texas, El Paso, Albuquerque, Tucson, Fresno. I don't know why I just say all this stuff, man. All right, so new added cities for relocation. Pretty cool. Improved My GM slider support. Okay, well, that goes without saying, guys. All right, man, so here are the closing thoughts right here, guys. Overall, from what I see is I love the idea of the My GM kind of My Career-esque thing, which I will have a series for that on my channel, man. It's just going to happen. Like, it's got to happen now, right? As far as My League goes, I don't see any huge changes. You know, it's good for guys that this is more of a My GM update, guys. As far as My League goes, as long as I can still do my rebuilds and everything, I do like the ideas of like the max contracts, the super max contracts, and all that stuff, man. So some little improvements for My League. Huge news for My GM, and just like player creation in general, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this video, man. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.